Welcome to Proust My Startup, the podcast that offers you a glimpse at the personalities of the people that make the local startup ecosystem in Malaysia. I'm Vanessa Mouledous, aka Brand Shifu with an H on Instagram, the founder of North Branding Consulting Boutique Agency. I'm a brand strategist, 24/7 immersed by the sides of entrepreneurs, startups, and SME founders. As a brand consultant, a mentor, but also an entrepreneur program facilitator, an investment jury, and a business angel. In Proust My Startup, I want to really discover who are the people that make our local startup ecosystem. Because I'm a brand strategist, I want to understand how their personal brand might influence or shape the corporate brand of their organization. Today's episode is recorded from CloudMile's Center of Excellence in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Startups thrive on innovation, and CloudMile is here to fuel that journey. As a leading AI and cloud technology company in Asia, they help businesses drive digital transformation and growth, leveraging machine learning, big data, and cloud solutions. With a team made up of certified technical experts and a strong network of technology partners, including being one of just 40 Google Cloud Managed Services providers globally, CloudMile has supported more than 1,200 companies through consulting, technical, and managed services. I've seen it firsthand with my own mentees, tech startup founders. The Center of Excellence in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, now offers startups a collaborative space to explore generative AI, data management, security, and more, and advance their digital competitiveness with cloud and AI adoption. So if, like them, you want to experience it yourself, visit today my.cloud. Hello, Jin Chi.
Yep.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me in your studio today, Vanessa.
Of course, my great pleasure, because we have met so many times randomly at
Yes.
networking events, but never really had the time to sit down, even have a cup of tea or something together.
True.
So really glad to have him. This founder is really of interest for me. So Jin Chi Tan is the founder of
Yeah, ZFounderClub.
ZFounderClub with a Z. And he's trying to elevate the nation into financial well-being. Can I say that?
Yep,
Yeah.
for businesses.
For businesses. So he's doing that in many ways, but one way is that you might have heard him and watched him on YouTube. He's developing a lot of content actually to educate the nation. And the community is growing and growing. Just now you were saying 100,000.
It's close to 100,000
yeah?
subs right now.
Wow. So that's not nothing. And he's calmly doing his way, and I know the far end idea is further than having a community and content and all.
Yep.
So he's developing steadily the business,
Mhm.
long-term endeavor,
Yep.
but one that is very necessary here. So that's where I love to have Jin Chi here. On top of that, Jin Chi is part of MBAN, the Malaysian Business Angel Network. That I'm also part as a micro baby business angel.
Nice. I'm not an angel, but I'm their
But you're
community
one
partner.
of the
Yeah,
yes,
one of
right?
the partners.
So one of the members driving this organization.
Helps them to promote their events at the
Okay.
site. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So he has multifaceted hats, let's say, to do with finance and businesses. So we will learn more about you today, and it's a really great pleasure to have it finally on this mic.
Likewise. Thank you so much,
Thank
Vanessa.
you. So we'll start with a question. Have you ever heard of the Proust questionnaire? Proust.
No, that's a
course.
first for me actually.
And which is great because this side of the world no one knows, which is amazing for me. It's French, actually. So
Okay.
the Proust questionnaire comes from Marcel Proust, who was a French writer and philosopher
Uh-huh.
from the end of the 19th, early 20th century.
Okay.
All right. He was famous back then. And at some point, in his circles, the intellectual, the aristocratics, they were playing some games. Back then in Europe, those people, they had quite nothing to do, especially the aristocratic circles. And so they had to entertain themselves.
Mhm.
And so they could contemplate life and themselves and, go deeper than we can do ever today. And so Marcel Proust unearthed questionnaire that he started to popularize as an indoor game. And so this became the Proust questionnaire because it was all the rage back then. And us being French, we all know since primary school what it is. So we all go through at some point in our life, just by pleasure, I think, of doing it. Not that I remember having it done like question after question, but somehow those questions, we ask ourselves those questions.
Okay.
And we study Proust. He made my life very hard to enter the business school. So I didn't really like the guy before. But I owe him to have great relationship with people now in Malaysia, because I get to discover phenomenal human beings thanks to this questionnaire. And why? Because he believed that actually those questions were so deep and personal that they would reveal the true personality of the people taking it. Yeah? You ready to take it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Fire away. How many questions are there?
35.
35? Okay.
And it will go like this.
All right, let's go.
All right. First question is, what is your idea of perfect happiness?
Okay, that's very nice. I always ask myself that question actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I feel like when you venture into something, let's say you want to start a business, not a lot of people think about the end goal.
Yeah.
But I always think about it actually for me.
Okay.
The idea of perfect happiness, the way I see it first, I don't think, based on my personality, it's never about myself, but it's always about people around me. So the first one is definitely I want to see my family members all taken care of. They are all happy. And then the people that is affected by my work, I want to see them motivated, their life changed because of me. Like for example, my team members, right?
Yep.
Just by working together, I can see them feeling more motivated as they go. They make changes in their strategies. They feel that they are able to take more responsibilities. That is what I want to see. So that to me is my ultimate happiness.
Nice.
I don't judge it based on a certain amount that you have in the bank, but I judge it by how you can actually impact the people around you. And that is not an easy feat, actually.
No, because not only pursuing your own happiness is not easy, but now you're pursuing others' happiness.
Yes, yes.
Others that you impact.
But I feel like they are both intertwined because when I see that I'm bringing positive impacts to people around me, I feel happy myself.
Of course.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, nice definition.
Thanks.
Now, what is your greatest fear?
My greatest fear.
If you have any, some don't have.
I don't think anyone would have like zero fears at all. I think my fears would, to be honest, perhaps running out of time. Because like growing up, right, you realize how unpredictable life can be.
Sure.
When you're like in primary school, you feel like growing old, aging, death is so far away from me. But nowadays you never know, right? Someone could just live up to like 15 years old and they are done. So to me, my greatest fear is always not achieving what I want to achieve when people that I care about is still around me.
Understand.
I'm afraid, let's say I achieve what I want to achieve, but by then my parents is no longer around.
Understand.
So that to me is my greatest fear. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a different angle from usual, this one. What is the trait you most deplore in yourself? So some personality trait that you really don't like about yourself and you wish you wouldn't be like that.
I feel like now I'm growing to be a better entrepreneur as well as a person as a whole. But back then I really hate how much I'm always second guessing myself. You know, looking back, right? Sometimes my decision is spot on. It's the right decision actually, but most of the time I would just second guess myself, telling myself the next day that that immediately the next day I could be telling myself, hey, this is not going to work. But in truth, it is going to work. You just need to put in the work. So right now, I think the way to get rid of this is just learn how to take micro steps. And if you happen to if it happens to fumble and it turns out to be a mistake, just learn to fix the mistake. Nothing is wrong with that. So right now I'm pretty happy.
Good.
Yeah.
So now, what is the trait you must what is the trait you must deplore in others?
Deplore as in hate.
Yeah. Don't like.
Insincerity. I
Okay.
really don't like that. Like for example, first thing that I see a lot of entrepreneurs in my line of work, right? One thing that I don't like is trying to cover their vulnerabilities. I feel like that's a number one big no-no for any entrepreneurs. If you are making losses, just say you are making losses. If you are not coping well with your team members, just say you're not coping well with your team members. There's nothing shameful about it. Being able to admit that you are currently in a situation, or you are fumbling, you are making some mistakes, is actually a strength
Yeah, true.
alone. You
True.
need to be able to identify the right questions in order to solve them. If you are not exposing your own vulnerabilities, right, people could be helping you, but they are fixing something that is non detrimental to the main issue.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. Now, which living person do you most admire? It can be someone famous or someone from your
In
private
any
circle.
field of
Anything.
Okay, I'm going to say I admire the most is going to be my father.
Okay.
Um, I don't say much because growing up in Asian family household, we don't actually express.
Yes, that I know.
We don't actually
I'm French,
express.
so I'm
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
far end of the
our
spectrum.
love and care for our
True.
parents. But growing up right now, I start to see why our parents acted in some way.
Are you a
You
parent yourself now?
Not so soon, but
Not
I
yet.
think I hope soon.
So what if you start to experience what your parents were about, wait for your child to come, and then it will be like 10 times.
Yeah. So it was like a self-realization where, wow, you are just so naive back then. You're not seeing
True.
things deep enough.
True.
So I owe a lot to my dad. My dad is a small I wouldn't call him entrepreneur, but small business owner. So
Oh,
he
there you
operates
go.
and sell his own stuff.
Okay.
Nothing crazy, super small, but he keeps the family running,
Yeah.
right? And he spends most of his time outdoor. So he drives a lot of trucks, lorry, and
Okay.
stuff like that. So imagine he's a guy with tan skin.
Yeah.
So he sacrificed a lot for the family. I don't say this much, but I really look up to him because I
Understand.
feel like the essence of any entrepreneur, no matter small or big, is the heart to sacrifice for your
True.
team, right?
True.
It's like, okay, I know you guys are not doing things right, but hey, let us have a meeting and let's fix this together. So it's about always putting people around you in front of you.
True. True.
Yeah.
That is nice. So that.
Mm.
Okay. Now, what is your greatest extravagance?
Can you explain that in
So
simpler manner?
something that you are indulging in can be
Something that I really like.
yeah, something that is
A book event.
yeah, can be that, or can be, I don't know, I'm mad about collecting this, or I love just to go on travel because as an entrepreneur I don't have enough time, so when I do that it's a true indulgence for myself.
I love to explore more about what makes human human.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, for example, I do agree with what when I said, when you are doing a lot of work, you don't really get time to reflect on yourself.
Sure.
But I feel like in life, it's always about self-reflection, right? Why are you doing this way? Like, is there a better way? Or why are you doing this at all? Is there a purpose behind it? I always tell my team, right, there must be a purpose behind
True.
what we do. If not, if it's money, or after fall, we should be working for large corporates. We should
Much
be
easier.
making more
Much easier.
at our age. So I do enjoy travel a lot, specifically to Japan, because it's calm, it's quiet there.
True.
It allows us to really explore deep into what makes
True.
human human. Like in Japan, right? They always have this thing called in I think it's the spirit or the art of craftsmanship. So they can really dedicate 70, 80 years into one single craft.
That is true.
Doesn't matter, it's ink making, calligraphy,
Yeah.
sushi crafts.
Yeah.
So it's mind blowing initially to think, why would you spend that amount of time in that specific craft? Because as humans, shouldn't you be exploring as many
Yeah.
as many things as
Yeah.
possible? But when you start to look from their POV, right, they are telling you that yes, I'm exploring just one single craft, but from it I can see the world.
True. True.
Do you
Yeah.
understand
The
the
Japanese
shift of
culture is
mindset?
very
Yeah.
different,
So for
very
me,
unique.
that's what I like to do the most.
Okay. Indulgence.
If given time.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Nice. Now, what is your current state of mind these days?
Current state of mind. How
What is in your mind basically these days?
like right now?
More likely like these days, this period of time.
Okay, cool.
Can be as a human being, can be as a business leader.
I think in speaking generally, doesn't matter as a husband, as a son, or as a employer, I'm always reflecting on myself how to be better. Like for example, a lot of people say managing time between all different circles, right, that you have in life is impossible.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's not true. It's actually possible. It depends on how you dedicate your energy and time for it. The art to remain disciplined, I would say.
Mm,
Yeah. So
understand. Yeah.
I'm always trying to be better,
Okay.
trying to be a better husband, trying to be a better son. I'm trying to be a better employer as well.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, what do you consider the most overrated virtue? So,
Okay.
something that everyone would praise, and you would say, well, I'm not so in agreement with it.
That's a good question. Overrated virtue.
I think those days, I'm not sure if that is coming from Proust or a later edition, but those days I feel there's a lot of uh, dictation on how
Yes.
we should be, things like this. So it's a very modern question, actually.
Yep. I like this question actually. I do not have a specific saying
Okay,
because
yeah,
I'm not a kind of person that follows all
sure.
this saying, but um there's one that I really like is by a I think it's by a Europe or French philosopher as well.
Okay,
So the exact saying is this, right? It is sorry, not the exact saying, but along the lines of this. If you're not sure where you are heading towards, right? Every decision that you make is the right decision.
mm, okay,
So like it doesn't make sense, right? What do you mean? Like there
yeah,
must
yeah,
be a wrong and a correct
yeah,
decision, right? But this philosopher is telling you if you do not know what kind of decisions you are going to make anyways, if you end up making the wrong decision, it's actually part of the path that you are
yes,
set to be
yes,
on anyways. So every decision that you make
is the right one
is
from
the
that
right one decision.
perspective.
And
Okay,
that right actually blows up my mind
okay,
immediately. Because
interesting.
like I think as an entrepreneur, we are always thinking, what is right? Is this right or is this wrong? But
Sure.
that book is from Japan actually, but he cited written by a Japanese monk, but he cited a European philosopher.
Okay.
I have to go back on that. Yeah, but that saying literally blew my mind.
Understand. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's an interesting approach, and
yeah,
also one where you can remove a bit of pressure
yes,
because you're not thinking I'm on the edge of making the wrong decision.
yes.
It's just the decision I have to make,
So
and let's
if you
make
ended
it.
up fumbling or you mess up a single deal, right? It's part of that path.
Correct.
You're just not
Correct.
ready.
And that applies to life as well.
Yes.
It's what you have to live.
Yes.
So live
Yes.
it, embrace it, take the
Yep.
lessons, and move on.
Yep.
Basically.
Yep.
I like it. Now, on what occasion do you lie? So lie, Lie. What occasion do you
LIE
cheat? Yeah.
as in lie.
Yeah. Lying. Small lies, white lies, big ones.
It would be quite BS if I say I don't lie, but it's true that like I'm not the kind that tell white lies. I
Yeah.
am I don't have a lot of friends outside of entrepreneurship circle
Okay.
is because I don't see the value in telling white lies.
Okay.
There is a better way to put things through, but I don't. I wouldn't lie. I would just give it to you like that.
Okay. So
I'll
you
just
prefer to be straight,
I'll let you know. Hey,
whatever
this
the
is
cost.
definitely not working at all.
Okay.
Something is definitely wrong. But I rather be I care for them, so I rather just tell them head on.
Understand.
But I think that as an entrepreneur, there is also a time where you sort of inflate your own your I wouldn't say ego, but your own knowledge on certain
Yes.
things.
Yes.
Like for example, if you know like AI is going to happen, right? Let's say, for example, let's say the AI industry right now is like, for example, I'm not sure about it. Let's say it's 10 trillion.
Hmm.
And then you say, oh, next year it's gonna be 15. Is this a lie?
Hmm.
I don't think it's a lie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
just making a
Yeah.
prediction.
Yeah.
So as an entrepreneur, I do make a lot of prediction. Like for
Okay.
example, I do tell my investors, hey, we are making this amount this year, but next year I think we can hit this.
Yeah. It's not a lie
Yeah,
here.
it's
It's
not a lie.
based on rationals. Now, will it be the case or not? But indeed, there is an uncertainty, but doesn't mean that it's a
Yes,
lie.
yes, yes. So I do that a lot, but I don't think
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Investors of Jin Chi, be careful. It's not lying. Huh? Don't get him wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what do you most dislike about your appearance, if anything?
My appearance.
And you might be very happy with, which is fine.
I'm 178 cm tall. We have like the additional 3 cm to make it 6 feet.
It's already high. I
I
mean,
don't know why, but since high school, I have this my friends, right, will always tell me, hey, because I'm from a boys' school, yeah, and it's like, hey, as a guy, if you can hit, as an Asian guy, if you can hit 6 feet, that's nice. So I was
ah,
really looking forward to
it's
181
funny, huh?
cm height, but I stopped growing at
It's funny the
170.
pressure that we all put
I
on
don't think
ourselves. Yeah,
it's a
like
pressure, but
funny,
it's
funny
yeah, yeah,
one.
it's a funny one. Yeah, so that's
Okay.
perhaps the only one.
Okay.
Yep.
So 3 centimeters.
Sorry?
The three centimeters.
Or three
Is it?
variants.
No, no.
Ah,
You are
yeah, the
saying
three
you are missing
centimeters.
3 centimeters,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes.
Yes.
178 cm out of 181.
Which is, I think,
So,
pretty tall already
so
for
not
Asian.
6 feet yet, actually,
About
unfortunately.
178, you said, yeah?
Yeah,
It's pretty
178.
tall
So
actually
that's like
already.
5 feet 11,
Yeah.
perhaps.
For Asian standards, I feel it's pretty tall already. No?
Could be better.
Of course. You could be a basketball and then be,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
tall. Okay. Now, which living person do you most despise? So, hold on. I think it's an old question, this one. We don't despise in our society anymore, really, and not in public.
Okay.
So, I would think more like which kind of person would you really not like to be surrounded by? Maybe it has to do with the previous answer you gave.
Okay. Again, I think it's gonna circle back to insincerity,
Yes.
right? If I spot on an entrepreneur that is always um that is always how to say, talking about the rainbow and sunshines of the industry, and then post about only the good things in Facebook, gonna keep hustling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure.
I really hate those entrepreneurs. So like
Understand.
for me, I'll not talk to them at all, because I feel like that is not real entrepreneurship. You are not disclosing everything to the world.
Yeah. It's not even sugarcoating. It's like you're
Yes.
missing out the
So
reality.
but next, right, people is going to ask like, okay, but it's my account. Why do you care so much? I don't really care what you post on your account, but I care about the kind of ecosystem you build around you. Because like the
Understand.
first question I answered, right? I find the most joy when I see positive impact
Yes, yes.
around people around me. So like when I get members that come to me and they be like, hey, I joined this XXX in the past and they told me fundraising is really easy. I did this and I didn't get the fund, and right now I'm in deep trouble.
Mm,
And then I'd be like, of course, because you're not doing the actual work, right?
yeah.
You're not doing the actual entrepreneurship work. So yeah, this is what I hate the most.
Okay.
I don't like it when um people portray how easy entrepreneurship is when it's not at all.
Yeah.
It gets easier at the back, but it's not easy at all.
No, no,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
fake
yeah, yeah.
reality. I think a lot of people know about it, but still there are some
Exactly. So
misconceptions.
like you can actually cause a lot of problems for people, because hey, people are quitting jobs, people are
True,
making the leap
true.
uh in faith that something will happen, right? But doesn't happen.
That
And
is
then
true.
you could waste like 4 to 5 years of another person.
Yeah,
And that's not really nice.
yeah, I get that.
Mhm.
Now, what is the quality you most like in a man? So it's a gendered question.
Okay. I like honesty. I like honesty. People that come to me, they know uh mm, it could be a good job or a bad job, doesn't matter, right? But people that really understand themselves is something that I always find interesting to strike a conversation with. Like people will be telling you, hey, yeah, I did X million of revenue, but back then I also did this. It was quite naive of me.
Yeah,
I like this kind of
yeah,
conversation because it shows how much you have grown
true,
throughout the past.
true.
So I apply this to my team as well, right? They basically I created a system for them to self-improvise. So like for example, I don't even know what my social media executive is doing right now, because I implemented a system. He's building the work. So I really like it when every Wednesday he will just report to me, hey, I tested this in the last week, and this is not working at all because of this.
Mm,
I like this
yeah,
because it shows that he's actually going through the work.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So honesty, no matter what, in what circle of life or what phase of life, I think is quite important.
Okay.
Hmm.
And so would you say that this is also the quality you most like in a woman?
In a woman, yes, yes. I think my other half, my wife, is a person that would just give it to you if you're not
Okay.
doing a good job. He would be like, hey, I don't think that's a right deal, right? Why are you doing this deal with this guy?
Oh,
So she will actually question you,
yes.
and I don't see that as a challenge. A lot of people see questions as challenge,
It's
right?
uncomfortable,
Yeah,
but necessary.
but to me it's not uncomfortable. It reinforces, or um it reminds you of why did you take such action in the past.
Yeah.
And I like revisiting those decisions once in a while.
Mm,
Not always, because I don't want to dwell in the
sure,
past, but
sure.
it's always good to look at yourself
Yeah,
and be
yeah.
like, why did you say this at that certain juncture?
Yeah, to reflect on
Yeah.
the path you have taken.
And
Yeah.
that to me, it circles back to how you define life,
Yeah.
right? I always like to learn what makes human, right?
Yeah.
So I apply this in entrepreneurship as well. I like
Nice.
honesty. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Now, which words or phrases do you most overuse if you are aware of any?
Overuse.
Yeah. Something you always say, and people might even tell you, hey, you have said it again.
Yeah. I do have. My members and my viewers do tell me that I'm a person that expresses a lot of opinion.
Okay.
So they say that you will always say, I think that,
Ah,
I think,
yes,
in
yes.
interview. So it seems like a very, it could seem like a very aggressive move, right? Because
Understand.
people will be like, okay, you think, but who are you?
Yeah, yes,
Something like that. But
understand.
but to me, I'm not trying to be aggressive, but I'm a very expressive person as well, because I did law degree. So I do have a lot of takes on things,
Yes,
and
yes.
I don't think it's bad to express them
True, true.
in appropriate way,
But
of course.
it
Yeah, yeah.
resonates with me. Lately, there has been in the socials some kind of video about you shouldn't say "I think," but you should say "I don't know what,"
Yeah, yeah. So
and that was
it's
a bit the take on it as well, which I was like, I don't quite understand it either. Like, I think doesn't mean you see the word from your perspective only.
I feel like sometimes all these they call it the art of speech, right? It empowers you. Like, for example, like people ask how big is your team, right? And then a typical Asian entrepreneur will just tell you, not really. We are just a 4-person
Yeah,
team, for example.
yeah.
And then people will be telling you, okay, try saying that again, but remove the just.
Yes,
Asian does
yes,
that a lot, right?
yes.
So yes, it does gives you more confidence, but I also feel like, again, right, confidence is not something built just by removing that certain word, right? But I do understand it's a journey. It's a journey. It's a small habit that compounds into uh, a part of you. So it's still good. It's still good, but I feel like you don't have to constantly remind yourself on that, right?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Okay. Now, what or who is the greatest love of your life?
Greatest love of my life. Must it be a person?
What or who?
I would say it's my family. It's
Okay.
my family. Yeah. So I think all of them they form who I am today. Yeah. I don't say this a lot to them, but I learn things from every member of my family. From my dad, definitely from my mom, my sister, my brother. I learn a thing or two. I learn to be a better husband myself
Hmm.
as well.
Hmm.
Like, for example, it would be quite crazy to say this, but I have only argued with my wife once
In how many years?
in the 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So like
Wow.
so like
We mean big, big
big
argument.
arguments.
Wow.
So like, to that, like, okay, and I can share, right? Nothing confidential about that. So that first argument happened because we are on our first foreign trip to Taiwan
Mm.
together. And then Taiwan, there's a lot of walkings, right?
Yep.
Uphills and stuff
Yep.
like that. And then I was like, why are we even here in the first place? Can't we be in a nicer place chill, have a
Like the
cup of
beach or
coffee.
something.
Yeah, why are we
Yeah,
climbing
yeah.
stairs and hills and stuff like that? So throughout the entire tour, right, I was throwing a lot of faces, um, expressing my uh, disagreement. So at the end, right, inside the hotel, she had enough, right? And then she's like, okay, if you really do not want to go to this trip, then we don't have to do any trip in the future
Mm,
because I do not want to be doing things that you don't like.
true.
And that to me hits like a jab in the face, right? And then I'm like, yeah, why am I sulking so much? Why am I complaining so
Yeah, yeah,
much? Trip is supposed to be like that, right? Yes, you hate the stairs, but it's about the sceneries and
yeah,
stuff that you
yeah.
notice along the way. So it's not so much about, oh, you're climbing the stairs because you want to see something at the top.
True.
That's more like you can just Google for
Yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
pictures. But it's about who you go with. Then after that, I started to be I started to
Better.
audit
Yeah,
myself better.
yeah.
Like, why are you even mad? Like, there's no need to be mad, right? At this small thing.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. So it's like a
right.
shift of mindset.
Yes, yes.
Yep, yep.
Very nice. Okay. I can't believe one in 8 years. Oh my God. I can't tell you how many
I
in
mean, I, I,
25.
I mean, I try to be
But
a
that's
better
good.
son,
That's
better
good.
husband,
Very
better
nice.
employer as well.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
So now, when and where were you the happiest?
The happiest. Okay, I contemplate about this a lot actually. This
Okay.
is a very, very good question. Back then I always tell my wife and my mom, right? Hey, if I can go back to primary school,
Oh,
damn,
yeah.
that's my happiest.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about any single thing.
I can relate.
Just
Yes.
play, have fun, just talk to your friends, right? That's all,
Yeah.
right? But I also feel like as you age, there's different joy in different things. For example, one day you are going to be a grandparent. Yes, you are old. You can't walk as fast as you can back then, which is sad, but doesn't mean you can't find joy in any other
Sure.
thing, right?
Sure.
So I feel like true happiness comes when you appreciate things. Yes, I'm 30-year-old right now. I wish I can go back to primary, but right now I'm also getting different happiness from different
True.
sources,
True.
right? So I would say happiest moment is when you have that mindset. If you can find positivity in anything you do, I think you can be happy anytime.
Very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
You're a wise man, actually.
Oh my god.
Proust was just for you.
I thought
So-
my next gonna say you are 80-year-old guy in a
yeah.
30 in a 30-year-old body.
Maybe I don't know. No, but because you have this pursuit of being a better person at
Yeah, yeah.
heart, so I think all these questions are also
I think
the
yeah,
space for you
I-
to prove that
yeah,
somehow.
yeah. I think it's a great question. I like answering questions
Yeah,
like this.
yeah, yeah. And you see, it's everyone had a transformative experience out of those questions,
All right,
especially
all
in
right.
Asia,
Okay.
because we French we know this questionnaire since
Ah,
primary, and as someone we fall upon it and we go with some of the questions. But in Asia, no one does that,
yep,
and
yep,
French,
yep,
of course, were sharing what
yep,
we think, what we feel, and
yeah,
sharing
yeah.
always.
Nice, that's nice.
But Asian is a different story. So when I bring this to Asia, then it took me a few interviews actually to realize that. Not that I didn't know you guys, but I don't know, it completely went completely far, far in my brain. And one day I realized actually what I'm asking them is really hard, because it's culturally not their
Yep,
thing at all.
yep,
And
yep,
they're doing it in front of me. Sometimes they don't know even me, they have never met me
yep.
before and in front of the camera. So I'm like, wow, actually, have you realized the prowess that you're asking here? And I was like, oh, okay.
But good questions. I really
It's
like it.
great.
I
And
really
people
like
love
it.
it actually.
Nice,
So
nice.
it's my even greater pleasure because they love it. And the guests say, wow, it was a
I love it. I
revelation
love
for
it.
myself.
It's like a new realization for
Yeah,
yourself, like
it's
what you said.
introspection that you don't have, like you never have time for it.
Yep,
Most in modern world, and in this part of the world, it's not in your upbringing, in
yep,
your culture.
yep, yep.
So I'm really happy when I see that, like all my guests had this transformative somehow experience. I'm like, oh, that is nice.
Yeah,
If at least there
thanks.
is this impact from the podcast, it's already taken.
Huge impact.
It's
Thanks for
it's
bringing
nice, yeah.
this here.
Oh, thanks
Are
for
we are
for
we
being
done
open.
with the questions
No, no,
already?
no, no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I was just doing the
Oh, no
parenthesis
problem.
because I'm an extrovert, so I'm speaking a lot.
Same, likewise.
So your next question will
Hmm.
be, which talent would you most like to have?
Talent.
Uh-huh. Can be anything.
That I have right now, or
No,
I do not
you
have?
would
Love
sorry,
to
you
have.
would love to have.
Mm, oh, that's a great question, actually.
And it can be really anything.
I think I like to be more. Um, okay, I love to say I like to be more disciplined
Mm-hmm.
in what I do. But I realize discipline can actually be trained, right?
Sure.
It starts with all those
Sure.
micro habits, like what I mentioned, finding times between
Yep.
different circle of life. So, uh, if I can like pray for one talent, I wouldn't waste it on on discipline,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I know it's something that you can gain throughout the time. But if there's one, probably probably music, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know,
I
it's a lot of the entrepreneurs I had here have said something like this: music or dancing or singing.
nice.
Funny, huh?
I love to explore different instruments
Mm.
and learning the history behind each piece of instruments.
So you don't play anything, right? You're not into music at all.
I don't play anything. I used to be part of what do you call that? A brass band.
Oh, okay. At
Used to
school?
in school in
Ah,
primary. I used to play euphonium. It's like
okay.
a big trumpet,
Okay. Yeah.
larger
Yeah. Yeah.
size, but
Yeah.
that's my only experience with music.
Oh,
I
really? You
wish
have
I
one?
wish right now I could you know get more music abilities,
Yes.
talents
Yes.
to explore different instruments.
Yes.
That would be cool.
I totally relate. My kids are into music, and my grandmother was really good pianist. She started to teach me, and then I moved out, and so never my
Ah,
parent would think, "Hey, let's try to find a teacher."
nice.
Also for funding reasons, and now we have a piano at home, and I'm like, "Hey, you know what? It's never too late.
Yeah,
Even
it's
if
never
it's
too
to
late.
just do a little bit, but just to please yourself." Because I see when my son he has a gift for music. So when he
Nice.
does guitar, electric guitar, I see how absorbed he is,
Yep.
how he creates
Yep.
something. Now he can create music and all. And I'm like, wow, that must be so nice to be in that space
Yeah.
outside of things, you know?
Music to me is it's a form of art as well. And when
Correct.
you talk about art, right, it's actually uh, a way of you looking into the human nature
True,
itself.
true.
So, like they say a lot about Chinese calligraphy, right?
Yep,
How you
yep.
actually write can show us a lot about
Yes.
a person. Are you a patient person? Are you a yeah? What kind of writer you are
Yep,
from that
yep.
handwriting? So I believe it's the same for music
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. True, true.
Yeah.
So music it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
If I could change one thing about myself, wow. I wish I have I you know back then I would say I wasted a lot of my 20s. I actually spent during MCO I actually spent 2 years living in my office.
Okay.
I didn't return home at all, because I feel like that's a very dark time of my entrepreneurship journey, and I felt like I just had to take time to reflect, right? Uh, what's entrepreneurship, and why are you suitable for this path? To me, it's like a path that you take, and then you somehow find yourself throughout your journey. So one thing that I like to change about myself, if I can travel back to the past, is don't feel too shy or ashamed of what you do.
Mm,
A lot of entrepreneurs, they don't dare to share what they are
true,
building.
true.
When you ask them, hey, what are you currently building? They'll be like, nothing much. Health tech,
Mm,
fintech.
yeah,
And then it actually doesn't give any space for people to help you, even they want to help you, right?
true, true.
Let's say you want to introduce this guy, but he's what? He's a
Yep,
fintech
yep,
founder.
yep,
What kind of fintech? He doesn't share much, right?
yep.
So I feel like uh I wouldn't say it's courage, because I always have them in me, but I feel like um don't feel shy to share what you are building,
Okay.
even if you are building something that is really small,
Yeah,
because you never know how big it can
true,
go.
true.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what do you consider your greatest achievement?
Greatest achievement. Um That's a very good question. That's a very good question. You see, I derive happiness from people around me, my family, my friends. But when it comes to achievement, I view it personally.
Okay.
I don't see, I don't see like, for example, oh, they are happy because of me.
Yeah.
That's an achievement,
Yeah.
but it's not like the highest form of achievement for me.
Understand.
You asked about the achievement thus far, right? I think it's when I can see different breakthroughs in myself.
Okay.
For example, in the past, I could never held down a team more than two people. There will always be arguments, fights. Yeah, you're paying that guy, but he's not really in the company.
Yep.
Like in the company,
Yep.
as in you can see, right? The passion is there when they work is there. I could never inspire those kind of confidence
Understand.
and leadership in them. But right now, I see it every day. I don't have to. I only meet my team once per week. We are a 100% remote team. One is in Perak, another one is in Penang. So I don't even see them face to face for more than 3 times per year. But man, I think I have a really strong team. We pull off a lot of crazy achievements, just solely by that form of communication.
Yeah.
So I feel like what inspires them and what they inspire me is the greatest form of achievement I have thus far.
That is nice.
Just to build this ecosystem.
Yes.
For a group of people that believe in the mission that we are building.
I understand.
Yeah.
Very nice. Now, if you were to die and come back as a person or a thing, what would it be?
Come back as a person or a thing. That's a very good question, right?
Yeah.
Because I told my wife, if longevity can happen in our generation, I don't wish to die at all. Because there's just too many things that I want to do. So like if I were to die and I come back, right? I'll come back as any person. I
Okay.
mean, I'll do the same thing again.
Yeah.
As in, like, I will always find myself venturing into what I'm doing right now because
Okay.
I like what I'm
Yeah.
doing. So if I were to die and if reincarnation is really there, then I hope to come back as a person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Now, where would you most like to live? Can be a specific place or a type of place.
That's another very, very good question. Thank you so much for that. When I was younger, I always thought like the grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, Japan is nice. Oh, UK is nice as well. I've been to Netherlands, right? Oh, Netherlands is nice as well. Oh, Iceland is even better. There's
Oh,
no
yes.
one literally.
Yes.
It's so quiet, right? But now I realize that people don't appreciate what you have easily. Actually, you think about it.
True.
People always find that other country is nicer. Oh, I just been to Japan 2 weeks ago. It's so nice, right? But that's because you are only there for 2 weeks. You are
True.
seeing all the
Correct.
good things.
Correct.
You're not seeing the complete
It's
picture.
not the daily life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you ask me, I love to live wherever my family is. Could be in Malaysia or outside of Malaysia, but I still feel like we are really privileged to be living in Malaysia. I mean, has its own flaws, but I feel like it's not too bad so far.
Yeah. For me, it's an easy country, I must say, as an external observer.
Yeah, it's not too bad so far. I feel like it's getting better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Malaysia it is. A lot, actually, of my guests would say Malaysia, no matter what. Somewhere in Malaysia.
Yeah, I feel like at our age, retiring is not part of the plan.
No.
So I feel like if we can do something that benefits the land that we are living in, then it would be great.
Nice.
It would be great.
Very Malaysian, I can tell. I know very much. Now, what is your most treasured possession? Can be material or immaterial.
Treasured possessions.
Yeah.
That's another good question. You see, I'm not sure how I want to answer this question.
Okay.
When I was younger, as typical founder, we will always dream about owning different things.
Yes.
But as we grow up, we realize, okay, you might own a thing or two as you go, but it's part of the process. You don't build a venture just for that particular thing. It's just part of that process, right? So I think prized possession, I think would be the amount of intelligence and wisdom I have right now.
Yeah.
Although I'm still trying to be better, but sometimes, I've been told that, hey, you are quite blessed with what the amount of knowledge and wisdom that you have right now. And I feel like I have gathered that because not just from books, but also because of the failures that you have faced at the early stage of your life. So I feel like failing when you are like 20 plus, that's a very good privilege, I would say. So
Okay.
that journey to me is my prized possession.
Understand.
Back then, I would always tell my wife, if I can go back to like 20 years old, I would not have ventured into entrepreneurship again.
Understand.
Yeah, but right now I feel like, no, again, what the philosopher said, right? Every decision is the right decision.
Yeah.
So that to me is
It's part of who you
that
are now.
experience I have right now.
Yeah.
I think it's my prized possession.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough. Now, what do you regard as the lowest depth, of misery? So a situation where, or state of the world where you would have no hope at all
Lowest
for yourself.
state of misery.
Yes, lowest depth of misery.
To be honest, I always feel like as an entrepreneur, I'm speaking on behalf of entrepreneurs, right? You need to have that spark that ignites itself. My members always come and tell me, I feel miserable. Where do you draw that source of energy? How do you bring yourself back up?
Yeah.
And then I don't tell them stuff like, oh, watch more of my content. It's with me. I always tell them it's within you. That spark is always in you. You just have to bring it back, right? Like, for example, early this year, April, something major happened in the company. My co-founder left, bringing some people along as well. Multiple channels start to form across the country. So my channel isn't that unique anymore.
Yeah.
And that to me, like thinking back, right? Wow, that was pure misery. But then I managed to bring it back.
Yeah.
We just created the highest view video last month.
Oh, yeah. I
100
saw it shared.
125,000
Yeah.
views right now.
Yeah.
It's the highest ever. So that to me, right, it's the spark in every entrepreneur that you need to bring. I feel like the lowest depth of misery is when you have lost hope on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as there's hope in your heart, right, there's always a chance.
That is a nice way of answering.
Yeah.
Now, what is your favorite occupation?
Favorite occupation? I would say I would say teacher. I'm
Okay.
not a teacher myself, but I feel like teacher does sacrifice a lot of themselves. They in Mandarin, right, there's this saying where if you're at home, you rely a lot on your parents.
Okay.
If you're outside of the home, you rely a lot on your friends, right?
Okay.
But I feel like it should be you rely a lot on your teachers, not your friends, because those are the people that actually brings you up to where you are today. A lot of people say um, a lot of child grow up to be like their parents because they do what they see, right? I think it's the same thing with teachers as well. What kind of character they instill in you is very important. So I think they have the most amazing occupation
Understand.
globally. It's
True.
not easy actually.
No, it's true. And lots of impact.
Yeah, severely
long-term impact.
underpaid. You need a lot of passion,
True.
and yeah, it's not easy. Not easy. And a lot of people doesn't appreciate
True.
teachers.
True.
They'd be like, "You are here to teach me,
True.
so just do your job then."
That's
But
true.
then,
That's true.
to me, right now, the respect that I have for the teachers is like, it's like very high.
Very high.
It's not easy at all. This job.
That is not, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Shaping little minds to become grown-up minds.
Exactly.
I think there's a challenge here. Now, what is your most marked characteristic? So if someone had to describe you, they would say, oh, Jin Chi, he's like this. Marked characteristic.
MARKED.
Yes, marked. So the most prominent characteristics of yours.
Okay, this is what I get a lot from outsiders, but I don't see myself as that way. A lot of people will call me what what's the right word? a lot of people will say I'm difficult to deal with, or this guy is very stubborn. Don't try to wiggle your way around with him.
Okay.
He doesn't he doesn't buy into different ideas. But that's not really true. I just don't like um dishonesty. I understand that, in this world, not everything is like, in Mandarin again, right? There's this saying where they say, like, in this world, not everything is black and white. Sometimes there's like this gray area as
Yeah.
well. Like, for example, if you're out of money and you had to steal for your kid to eat, right? Is that right or wrong?
Yeah.
Yes, it's wrong legally,
Yeah.
but it's right for you as a parent to take
Yeah.
care of your kid, right? You
Yeah.
have no other choice. So, to me, I don't try to define all these moral guidelines because I'm not like a super high morale guy
Yeah.
as well, right?
Yeah.
I'm not that standard yet. So, but then that's what people would describe me like. This
I
guy is
understand.
like super hard to deal with, but like I'm just trying to do things right. Do things right. Like if okay, let's say you want to do this. Let's say you're a big corporation, you are working with smaller startup. Don't take advantage of them.
Mm.
Yes, if you ask them to come for free, they will come for sure. But is there something else that you can support them? Keeps the cycle healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what I think about a lot of times. So people will call me stubborn, but I don't think it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. It might not be the right word. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay.
just I hold my values strongly. I
Yeah.
will say that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good definition. Now, what do you most value in your friends?
Value in friends.
Mhm.
Again, honesty as well.
Honesty. Yeah.
I have very small group of friends, but people that stay, they know that what kind of people I am. I always tell them the truth and truth only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, completely different. Who are your favorite writers?
Favorite writers. Wow, that's a.
If you have any, if you are into readings,
I am into readings, but there's
if
a
you
lot.
remember what you're reading.
There's a lot. There's a lot. I can't give you an exact author,
Yep.
but I like it when people write genuine. Not. I wouldn't say the right word is right. I like it when they diary down their journey.
Okay.
Like for example, Mark from Netflix.
Yep.
He was kicked right by the investor, so that he can steer the Netflix venture into a proper venture with structure. So I forgot the full name, but I remember his first name is Mark. So his book is called That Will Never Work. Netflix.
Yeah.
So he documented his journey down,
Ah.
and the struggles that he been through, and I feel like that is actually quite nice. It's a genuine sharing.
Yeah.
So I love that. So any writing that has anything to do with personal journey, personal experience, I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's back to sincerity, honesty.
Back to sincerity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another one that I really like is Bear Grylls. Do you know Bear Grylls?
No.
It's like Man vs. Wild.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
this documentary where
Okay.
he lives a lot in the wilderness,
Okay.
trying to teach you how to survive there. Right?
Oh, yes.
like that
Yeah,
guy.
like a paramilitary or some, like someone from the army background, and it's
Yes.
dropped anywhere. It's like a decade-long show already.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's the guy.
yeah. I know this guy.
Decade-long show, right? But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
watched
yeah.
it back then. I even bought the book.
Ah,
So
okay.
I bought the book. A lot of people watch the show, but they wouldn't buy the book. But I bought the book because
Okay.
I want to know
Yes,
this
yes,
guy.
yes.
So he was part of army. I think it's the air squad. He
Yeah.
broke his back due to a parachute, and then how he climbed back to do what he does today. Yeah, I like that kind of sharing.
Understand.
So it's not always about rainbow and sunshines,
Yes.
but I need to hear
Yes.
the struggles and things that you've gone through.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, who is your hero of fiction? So fiction can be literature, cinema,
Hero of
comics,
fiction.
even mythology.
Okay, a bit geeky, but I'm a huge fan of Marvel and DC
Yeah.
as well.
Not a problem with
My
that.
the superhero that I like is going to be, it's it's something that not a lot of people talk about, but I really like Ghost Rider.
Okay.
I really like that character.
Okay.
Because I feel like, yes, a bit geeky, but okay. For example, again, I'm not sure if this is right or wrong because I'm I like that show, but I don't Google it every single
Yes,
day to
yes.
keep up with the right information, right? So this guy, he drew his power from like hell, right? The demons and stuff like that. So it's evil to begin
Yeah.
with, but he chose to use that power for good. So it's like, it somehow tells you a lot in life, right? Doesn't matter what circumstances you are born with,
Yeah.
you always have a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
You always have a choice. That's what I believe. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So
And
I
it,
really like that superhero. Although like not a lot of people talk about him.
true, true.
Yep, yep.
And it echoes to you trying to improve and get better, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's this kind of journey.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
say.
And he only gets to use his superpower when there's evil around.
Understand?
Yeah, so he doesn't use it for the wrong purpose. I believe
Yeah.
that a lot in what I'm building.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, nice. So now, which historical figure
Sorry.
do you most identify with? And identify might be strong today, but at least which historical figure do you get inspired by, if you have any?
I get inspired by a lot of um okay, I love to study more about foreign histories and stuff like that. But I get inspired by ancient Chinese militaries,
Okay, yeah.
three kingdoms and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
there's this
I've
particular
heard at this podcast exactly many people referencing to
okay,
that.
but there's this person that I like the most is his name is called Han Xing.
Okay.
He's the people call him the undefeatable Chinese general.
Okay.
So whatever he leads his army to, he got it done. So I like him because first he's very talented. He knows what he's doing, but it's also a great reminder to you that you shouldn't be egoistic because at the end he didn't die in battlefield. He got murdered by a bunch of uh, um concubines.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So it was due to his ego. He thought that he's one level higher than the emperor
Understand.
himself. So this it reminds me a lot that okay, you need to be good in what you do. As an entrepreneur, you need to be flexible, know what kind of tactics because he got a lot of tactics.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Art of War by
Uh-huh.
Sun Tzu, but I
Yeah.
like this guy better.
Okay.
Yeah, because partially also because he's a really ego guy. He thinks too highly of himself.
Understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a good reminder to myself
Lots of
as well.
lessons there. Yeah.
You can have great achievements, but never be too egoistic about it.
Understand.
Yep.
Okay, nice. Now, who are your heroes in real life? Can be
Okay.
famous, can be someone around you.
A lot. Like family is definitely my dad. Uh um if you're talking about entrepreneur, I have a lot as well. I also don't go after the main guys. You know, a lot of people will probably say Elon or those guys, but I like.
Although those days, I'm not sure many would dare to say Elon Musk anymore, but
But I like Kazuo Inamori
okay.
from Japan.
Okay,
So
again.
he's this guy that founded Kyocera.
Okay, yeah,
He's the guy
Old
that
brand.
founded two global 500 company
Okay.
within his lifespan.
Okay.
So interesting about him, he actually retired and decided to become a monk in like
Oh,
the deep mountains of Japan.
all right.
It was until the Japan Airlines actually suffered consecutive losses that the government decided to go to the mountains and then ask him, "Hey, can you come out, come out
Ah.
and help save
So they came to him.
yeah, to save the nation's
Right.
airline?" And that is super crazy. You can read a lot of his books nowadays. It's
Okay.
like amoeba management stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think one thing that he's really famous for is asking yourself what is the purpose of life, the purpose of work is very important. A lot of people thought, oh, I work for the money, but
Yeah,
there
yeah.
must be a purpose behind it.
Hopefully, otherwise it's pretty sad and mechanical can kill you somehow.
Yes, because I don't want to bore the audience, but back then when Kwatsuo is really young, he shared his experience right working in a factory, and then back then it's just the end of World War II, so it's pretty boring for him. Every day you are just at the
Yeah.
assembly line doing the same
Yeah.
thing, so he thought of quitting, but quitting is not a norm in Japan.
Yeah, yeah.
People don't just like
Correct.
quit jobs like that, right? So, okay, he thought to himself, I'll make a bet. I will do my best. I'll give 100% to what I'm doing. But if in the end I still don't like it, then I'm going to quit. So 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 it's just to be answerable to yourself, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna try entrepreneurship, but if destiny decides that this is not for me, then I quit. But
Understand.
before that, I'm going to give it my 100%.
Understand.
And then through that, right, he found a different purpose. He's like, oh, life does change a lot when you dedicate 100% of your energy into a single thing. So from there, he started to, build all those great companies and stuff like that. So he start to discover the purpose of life through work itself, is to benefit the people around you, bring positive changes. Because
Understand.
life is short, right? It shouldn't be all about you
Mm.
within that 80
Yeah.
or 90 year
Yeah.
if you are lucky.
Yeah.
It's always about what kind of impact can you bring throughout your limited time in this earth. That's why I always tell my wife, if longevity happens, I don't really want to die, because I wanna continue to build impact.
Sure.
But that to her is scary. She says it's kind of creepy.
Can be. I kind of share that with her, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
All right. Nothing to do with that. What are your favorite first names?
Favorite first name.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, first name is not my surname, right? It's like
No,
it's like my
the
name, right?
the first. So Vanessa.
Okay.
Understand.
Oh, that's a very good question, but something that I have not
Yeah.
thought before.
Anything that pops to your mind?
Yeah. I would say I like unique first name.
Okay.
Like, for example, if this guy comes to me and then be like, just yesterday, right? I saw this guy. I was laughing. I told my wife, hey, look at his name card. And then she's like, why? Look at this guy. His name is called Giant.
Oh.
Giant Yap. And
Okay.
I'll be like, back then, if we are in primary school, we'll be laughing our ass off, right? Like, why is this guy giving some silly names? But now that I see all these unique first name, right?
That's
like
true.
Wednesday,
True.
Friday, Happy, Giant. I feel like, wow, you have great
True.
personalities.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
those to me, right, it's like I don't care what you think about my first name. I'm going with this first name anyways. And I like
Nice.
that kind of spirit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have a particular first name, but
It's more
any
that
name with
kind.
that particular spirit, I liked it.
Okay. Good answer. Nice.
Mm.
Now, what is your greatest regret,
Greatest regret.
if you have any?
I would say it's once again. I think it's the same answer.
Yeah, that you
not
gave earlier.
not being proud enough to share what I'm
Yeah.
actually building back then.
Yeah.
I felt like just by not willing to share, right? I've passed on too many opportunities. Like, for example, before ZFounderClub, I was also in the government pre-accelerator program. I was actually top 6 out of 38 teams nationally. So I was building this preschool platform back then. I don't know how old is your kid right now, Vanessa, but
Pretty small still, primary.
primary.
High
Okay.
school, yeah.
But back then I was building this preschool platform because in my head I was like, okay, everybody is building this university ranking platform, right?
Yep.
Or which uni you want to go to, just check this QS ranking and stuff like that. But what about preschool? How do you know
Sure.
which school do you send your kid to?
Very complicated.
Yeah, and do you know like more than half of the preschool in Malaysia is not certified? Actually, it's not.
Oh, okay.
There's no license.
Okay.
They will just set up. They call it a small group study.
Okay.
It's just like passing your kid to your
Yeah,
mom
yeah,
for care, right?
Yeah.
And then your neighbor somehow say, "Hey, I like that. Can I also put
Yeah,
my kid there?"
yeah.
And that's a preschool.
Yeah.
But it is really rampant in Malaysia. But is it being governed? So back then, this was the idea.
Okay.
And there's potential, right? People invested in it and all. But back then, due to again, right, I feel like wasn't mature enough. This didn't happen. But again, I really love to go back to it one day. I feel like this is the positive impact that I'm trying to create. Just think about it, right? If you can bring more impact to the newborns in Malaysia and the parent, that's crazy. I actually have parents calling me, be like, "Hey, can you help me to find a preschool?" It means that you are solving a good problem.
True.
It's just that the solution was trash back then.
I understand.
Yeah.
So another idea to try one day.
After ZFounderClub.
Yes.
Now, right now, I'm razor focused on this.
Yeah. Okay, now how would you like to die?
Old age. But if can, I'd rather not die at all.
Now I understand.
There's just too many
That's not
things.
even a question for you.
There's just too many things to do. And you know, a lot of people will say, "Oh, that's kind of creepy." You know, if Elon managed to build a robot that you can transfer your
Yeah.
your
Brain,
your brain
soul.
and your not soul, but what they call that, awareness,
Mm-hmm.
is like your intelligence
Yeah.
into that robot. Is kind of creepy, but to me, not really. What if like one day I could decide, okay, that's it, I'm done. I've built whatever I want to
Yeah.
build. I could just power
Yeah.
off myself like that. That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah. I'm a sci-fi, prospective sci-fi literature fan. So it's exactly the kind of concept like, what if we could do this or that,
Yeah,
in the
exactly. Like,
future?
why do I want to live my life to faith?
Yeah.
Like, anything could happen.
You
Why?
would plan for it. You would
Yeah, I
schedule,
rather have,
engineer it.
yes, that I'd be like, okay, I've built what I want to build after 200 years.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready.
Yes.
And then I'll just follow off.
Interesting, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not completely close to this idea, you know. All right. Now, what is your motto in life?
Wow. Again, I don't have a specific motto, right?
Maybe your approach to life?
Okay, but recently I've been quoting this a lot.
Okay.
In Mandarin again, there's this saying, water can carry ships, but it could sink them as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Think about it. So what they are trying to tell you, right? I feel like this is applicable to whatever you are building, a family, a company, a conglomerate, or a country.
Yeah.
Think about it, or if it's country, water refers to the people that you govern, that you care for. Those people can support you to
Yeah.
be the government.
Yeah. Or
They can topple
kill
you
you.
as well.
Yeah.
For conglomerates, it's the same.
Yeah.
For families, it's the same. Do not take advantage of people under you.
Yeah.
You are in this position because people believe in you.
Yeah.
They let you lead on, but doesn't mean you can just treat them like any used goods. I feel like if you want respect, show them equal respect. What goes around comes around.
Yeah.
So I really like that saying. You know, like in ZFounderClub, we are trying to build an ecosystem. But think about why a lot of ecosystem it didn't work. Because the cycle is not complete.
Yeah.
People are selfish. They only build things that are important for themselves.
Understand.
But for us, we try to look at it as a complete cycle.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So that was the last of the 35 questions.
Nice.
How do you feel?
Nice. I love this,
Good?
actually.
That's good, huh?
This session actually gives you a lot of insights into yourself.
Right.
Thank you so much.
No, of course.
I really enjoyed it.
Of course. So now we're transitioning to your company.
Sure.
That would be a bit shorter, but still, we're interested in knowing what the Founder Club is. Can you start with giving me a 1-minute elevator pitch? You're used to it.
Okay, sure. So originally, I started ZFounderClub as a business platform, trying to enable more founders to kickstart their entrepreneurship journey. But when you look at this definition, right, what I wanted to build back then is actually not strong. What entails as a business platform? A Facebook group can be a Facebook platform. This podcast can be a business platform. So what kind of avenue are you providing? What kind of assistance are you providing to the startups and founders? Not clear. So right now, recently, since June, we call ourselves a capital platform.
Okay.
So when you're talking about capital, everything is clear. For example, you could be helping an F&B entrepreneur, a machinery entrepreneur, a retail entrepreneur. How they run their business is totally different, and what they need is totally different as well. But what is the common denominator? Capital. So then my next question is, how do you get access to this capital? Like, for example, I got this member, right, who does 50 million revenue, selling tools. So he paid to join our membership. Our membership is actually not, I wouldn't say it's expensive, but it's not cheap as well. It's 2,000 per year. So he paid, and then he like, I want to go IPO. Can you help me? And then I was like, okay, IPO is not my strength, but I do have partners that can brief you on that. But before that, I just wanted to know why IPO in particular. And then he's like, because I want to exit. And I'd be like, Yeah, but IPO is not the only exit strategy, right?
Mm.
So it seems like you're not understanding capital
True.
properly.
True.
So that's what I meant by capital literacy.
I understand.
So capital literacy can happen all the way from angel all the way to exit, right?
Yeah.
From angel, you're talking about you want to raise fund. Everybody want to raise fund, but are you ready? Where's your pitch deck? Are you able to pitch your idea? Do you know what investors is looking for? And when deals is going to happen, do you know what kind of term sheet are you actually signing? No idea, zero clue.
Mm.
And how are you going to deploy the funds? No idea as well. I have seen startups where they raise 100,000 versus a startup that raised 1 million. They are comparable.
Mm.
So what does that mean? This founder knows how to use the money. This founder doesn't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that to me is like, it's a meaningful work. I try to gain more for the investors, but I try to gain more for the startups as well. I want them to be totally ready and fundable when it comes to investment.
Okay.
So that's for angels. And for scaling is the same thing, right? Right now you have a certain revenue. Yes, traditionally you have gotten your funds from, let's say, bank loans. But let's say today you saw one of my content and you'll be like, hey, I want to raise fund like Jin too. How? You are just a traditional coffee shop beside the store, beside the road. So is your business model even able to open itself for funds to come in? Definitely no.
Mm.
Like for example, if you are selling chicken rice in a coffee shop versus the chicken rice shop in shopping mall,
Yeah.
it's totally different.
Yeah.
People got sold for 220 million
Correct.
to a Japanese company.
Yeah.
But yours will probably die down in another 20 years
Yeah.
if your kids doesn't want to take over. So that to me is capital literacy. That's what we do.
So that's what you do.
Yes.
Yeah, happily you're not pitching, because it's more than 1 minute.
No problem. I'm just trying to explain to you.
No, but that was good to explain.
Because we again another tactic, right? That maybe I can share with the audience. A lot of people thought, and they will be asking, what is capital literacy? Actually, in Mandarin is even weirder because like this term is not commonly used.
Okay.
Like, capital literacy in Mandarin called
Yeah.
资本学. People be like, what the heck is 资本学? They thought I made up this term, but this is exactly what I want. When you have ownership over a single term, right? You have
True.
you have an ownership of that market.
True. Pure branding here.
Yes, yes.
So speaking of which, we will go deeper
Mm.
with 4 questions
Sure.
about your company. My way, brand strategist. So the first one is, why are you on Earth for as an organization?
Okay. I think my main purpose is to, in any organization, there's mission, vision,
Yeah.
dream, and purpose. For us, is to enable all founders to build ventures. They are not too big to build. Like, for example, right, people will be like, okay, I have this idea, but damn, that venture is too big for you. It's not suitable for you. To me, right, every big ideas can be broken down into smaller pieces. That's what we are here.
Okay.
We are trying to guide you. We have this at the front, right? A lot of people thought ZFounderClub is a media company. But at the back, we have this fintech solution. It's called Watchtower.
Yeah.
So Watchtower is like a light, ones that guide you through the path.
Understand.
Yeah.
Okay. So because you're speaking about the you, so
Mm.
what people do you want to resonate with? So what is this target audience of yours?
People that is serious about scaling their businesses.
Okay.
Like, back then I would be really naive. I would be really naive, and then I would say, hey, but don't all business owners want to scale their business? That's not true, yeah.
That's not
You
true.
could have like a 50-year-old uncle
Yeah.
happily selling his
Yeah.
chicken rice, and then he'd be like, okay, I don't want to scale.
True.
I'm good with making 20,000 per month. I'm happy. Just leave me alone. Okay. But then the next question is, what happens when you're 70 years old though? Like right now, you want to close down the shop, you want to pass on to your kids, but they don't want to they don't want to take over. Don't you want to sell your recipe to someone and make some form of money for yourself? So it's like an exit strategy for you, right? So people that I want to resonate with is entrepreneurs that really love what they are doing, but they know that they have to get a hold of all this capital literacy so that they can continue to do what they love and then they can take care of themselves.
Understand.
Yeah.
So now, how different are you from your competitors?
That's a very good question, Vanessa. I don't think anyone is doing what we are doing right now.
Okay.
Because like initially, if you want to build ZFounderClub, back then I met you in the Nexia EP, right? And then you asked, interesting, you are trying to be Nexia, right? That's what you asked me back then. But no, we are not. We are not trying to be another. We are not trying to be accelerator or funds, right? Because we have no interest to be a funder ourselves.
Yeah.
But we are trying to close the gap. There are a lot of funders in Malaysia.
Yeah.
A lot of rich people as well.
True.
You want like 100K angel investment, anyone can write you a check right now around Bukit Bintang area, for example, Damansara, even Paprika.
Yeah.
So the question isn't about the real problem isn't about the funding. The real problem is why aren't people getting the funding? Solely because they are not ready. The ecosystem is broken in a sense. Like a lot of people, they be like, but Malaysian angels is not up to par. They are too risk adverse. That is not true. You are just not producing fundable startup.
Sure.
Just look at other ecosystem. Their startup is more solid. But what you're trying to build here is not even that solid to begin with. You have to play with your environment and be smart as well. Like for example, right? Malaysia is a country with 33 million population. Don't try to sell me some crazy ideas if you can't even be the number one in your own local market.
Yeah.
So you have to stay true to your ground, have that skill in mind, but you need to start small. That's why you say I've been steadily growing my stuff, right?
Yes.
Truth to be told, I want to be known across Southeast Asia. But do I do that from day one? Definitely not.
No,
it's too big.
Yeah.
So we have to go bit by bit. So what was
the competition?
The competition. So I don't think anyone is doing exactly what we are doing right now.
Yeah.
Because it's too slow, but it's too fast at the same time.
I understand.
Too slow as in takes a lot of work. And then at the back, it could go very, very fast. Because like, for example, we are already helping a few companies to explore exit strategies.
Okay.
Which they have never thought of before.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you promise to those people that you want to resonate with?
Sorry?
What do you promise to those people that you want to resonate with?
I want entrepreneurship to be... I want people to know that entrepreneurship is hard, but it's actually not hard at the same time if you spend effort and time to figure it out. A lot of people, they are just in it for the quick money.
Understand.
I'd be like, I want to come in, I want to get my funding, and then I flip it a few rounds and I sell it to another funder or whatever. They want to play the flipping game. But I want to resonate with founders that want to see their ventures there even after 100 years. I go to Japan, right? I think even in French, probably, you even in France, you have establishments that are there for like 300 years.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like quite crazy, right? I think I saw this I think it's also from French. I think there's this brand that sells men button shirt.
Maybe.
Super famous. I need to get back to you on the brand name.
Yeah.
And then there's this guy that asks them, right? Hey, but why have you only worked on men's shirt? What about female? What about trousers?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, no, I just focus on doing button shirt because think about the market, right? If my brand can be known for button shirt, I'm serving the entire earth. How many males are there? And then this really blows my mind, right? To the ability to just focus on what you are building. So sorry, what was the question?
The promise you're making to the people, your target audience.
Okay, so back to this, right? I would tell my members, do you have what it takes to be a real founder? Real founder as in you are not in for the flipping game. You are not in just for the money, but you are here to build real impact.
I understand.
So whatever founders that we are attracting right now, they are all in to build real ventures in Malaysia.
I understand.
Yeah, they can be really big, can be really small as well, but they are building their impact.
Okay. All right. So now is your time to share some hot news, if you have any that you want to share with us.
Hot news, as in...
For the corporation, for the startup. Any upcoming events or content released or anything special? Your
Okay,
funding,
cool, cool,
your
cool.
raise fundings or?
All right. In December, we are actually having this we call it Z Founder Business Week from
Okay.
the 1st to 5th of December. So on the first, we actually have Barry coming up to share about M&A and exit strategies. So whatever events we do right now is with regards to capital. Anything outside of that, I don't actually organize. And then on the second, we actually have this free Christmas gathering party. I think there's 50 founders there.
Okay.
We are signing a lot of MOUs with future partners.
Nice.
Just to share a bit, equity trackers, Crew. Crew is actually a accelerator program from Korea and Japan.
Okay.
They're actually coming into Malaysia. We are doing something with them as
Nice.
well. Also signing another MOU with a finance capital player, more towards traditional.
Okay.
So stuff like bank loans, refinancing. This
Okay.
is actually quite
Nice.
important as well,
Yes.
because
Yes.
a lot of founders, right, they put all of their eggs in the modern funding basket. So
Sure.
it's like,
Sure.
I do whatever it takes to get angel investment. If I don't get it, that's it. But that is not the right way to go about it. You should build your own cash flow,
Yeah, and there's a lot
bootstrap,
more. Yeah.
be at least slightly profitable or break even, so that, like in the end, if no one invests in you early stage, you can get some micro loans to sustain yourself,
True.
right?
True.
So that's what I meant by building sustainable venture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So lots of partners. Okay. December, here we go.
Yeah, December
right.
1st to 5th. There's going to
Okay.
be a lot of events.
Nice. That we can find on your website, I guess.
Yep.
Which
Or you
is
can text me.
okay.
I'll
So
put my phone number
and
under
I
the
put all
description.
the details in the
Yeah,
video.
sure. Thank you so much, Renisa.
Thank you. We have gone through all the interview now. So
Okay, so that's all?
yeah, that's all.
All right, super fun. Super
Yeah,
fun.
you're good.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
If
coming.
I can just share a
Sure.
last message. I feel like, again, I'm repeating this point, but entrepreneurship is definitely a long-term game. I wish more real and good entrepreneurs emerge in Malaysia, because I feel like entrepreneurs is what builds the economy and country. In the past, right? Again, in ancient China, right? There's actually this rank of society in ancient Chinese, and businessman is the lowest of the lowest. It's even worse than farmer.
Oh, okay.
Because back then people would say, businessman is just a bunch of lazy people. What do? You just connect farmers to sellers, to buyers.
Yeah.
Hey, farmers have to go and farm. People that studies, they call them scholars. They have to actually go through 10 of years of studies in order to be like a small officer in a town or in the capital. So businessman to them is the lowest of the lowest. Coming to today, right? I feel like the essence of entrepreneurship has changed. People felt like entrepreneurship is about me flexing whatever assets I have. Luxury cars, luxury watches. But that to me is not really about, it's not the impact that you are really building. So ancient Chinese wisdom actually has its own point. It's not about, okay, I'm the lowest of the lowest, so I eat and dress like one.
Yeah.
No, you can dress well, you can speak well as well, you can treat yourself well, but always have that have that have that thought in mind that you are actually here is an occupation where you serve people around you. Your venture must bring impact to people around you.
Okay.
Yes, it can be profit oriented, unprofit oriented as well, but positively impacting others.
Yes, understand.
Yep.
Because
That
you
to
have
me
this
is
in your hands,
entrepreneurship.
you can do indeed.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So I hope the message went through. Thank you so much, Jin
Thank you
Chi.
so
That
much,
was
Vanessa.
great to hear from you from a
Nice.
more personal side.
Thank you.
And I'll see you around at another event.
All right.
As
Thank you so
usual.
much.
Thank you.